Once upon a time, nestled in a kingdom far, far away, lived a kind and gentle princess named Lila. Of all the wonders in her father's realm, there was one place she treasured above all others, her secret garden. This wasn't just any garden. It was a place of pure enchantment, a hidden sanctuary where magic thrived. Imagine flowers that glowed with a soft, ethereal light. Even in the daytime, their petals shimmering like captured starlight. Picture fountains that didn't just spray water, but sent cascades of sparkling, diamond-like droplets into the air, creating miniature rainbows that danced in the sunlight. And the trees, though, the trees were ancient and wise. They stood tall and proud, their leaves rustling with the language of their own, whispering secrets of the earth and sky to anyone who would listen. Princess Lila would spend hours in her garden, tracing the patterns on the glowing petals and listening to the whispers of the wind through the magical trees. She would often sit by the edge of a sparkling fountain, her reflection looking back at her from the crystal clear water. She'd sigh softly to herself, "My garden is so beautiful, so peaceful." But sometimes, she whispered to a listening blossom, "It feels a little lonely. I wish I had someone to share all this beauty with." She longed for a friend who could see the magic just as she did, someone to laugh with among the glowing flowers. Little did she know, her wish was about to be answered in the most unexpected way. One sunny afternoon, as Lila was tending to a patch of moonbeam lilies, she heard a sound she never heard in her garden before. It was a deep, friendly ribbit, followed by a clear voice. "Hello there, princess." Startled, Lila looked around, her eyes searching for the source of the voice. She looked behind a large, moss-covered stone and saw a small, bright green frog with big, intelligent eyes looking right at her. "What a marvelous garden you have," the frog continued, hopping onto the stone. "It's the most magical place I've ever seen." Lila's eyes widened in astonishment. "Oh, you can talk," she stammered, kneeling down to get a closer look. That's amazing. I've never met a talking frog before." The frog puffed out his chest just a little. "Well, I'm not just any frog," he explained, his voice carrying a hint of old world charm. "I was once a prince, you see, a prince from a neighboring kingdom. But I crossed the mischievous sorcerer who cast a powerful spell on me, turning me into this." He gestured to his green, web-footed form. The sorcerer said that only true kindness and the bonds of genuine friendship can break the curse. Lila's heart went out to the little frog prince. She saw the sadness in his large, golden eyes, a longing for his old life. A warm smile spread across her face. "Then let's be friends," she declared without a moment's hesitation. "You can stay here with me in my secret garden. It will be our secret." The frog's eyes lit up with hope. "You would do that for me?" he asked. "Of course," Lila replied cheerfully. "My garden could use a friend, and so could I." And so, a beautiful friendship began to blossom. The Frog Prince, as Lila affectionately called him, became her constant companion. They spent their days exploring every nook and cranny of the enchanted garden. Lila would tell him stories of her life in the castle, and he would tell her tales of his adventures as a human prince. They would play hide-and-seek among the whispering trees, their laughter echoing through the magical glade. The Frog Prince, with his keen eyes, would point out things Lila had never noticed before, a shy pixie hiding in a flower bud, or the intricate web a spider had spun glistening with morning dew like a necklace of pearls. Lila would create tiny boats from leaves and float them on the fountain for the Frog Prince to ride on. For the first time, the garden didn't feel lonely at all. It felt complete. But one day, a shadow of worry fell over their happy world. The magic in the secret garden began to fade. The once bright flowers started to dim, their glow becoming faint and weak. The sparkling fountains trickled with less energy, their rainbows fading into the air. The trees' whispers grew faint, sounding tired and sad. Lila walked through her beloved garden, her heart heavy with concern. "Oh no," she cried, touching a drooping, lackluster lily. "What's happening? Why is all the magic disappearing?" The Frog Prince hopped onto her shoulder, his expression just as worried. "I think I know," he said softly. "A garden like this, filled with such powerful enchantment, is like a living being. It doesn't just run on its own. The garden's magic needs to be nourished. It needs happiness, joy, and most importantly, true friendship to stay alive and thrive. Lila looked at her frog friend, determination shining in her eyes. Then we won't let it fade, she declared. We'll bring the joy back to the garden together. From that day forward, they made it their mission to fill the garden with as much happiness as they could. Lila brought her lute from the castle and played beautiful, cheerful melodies that made the flowers sway as if they were dancing. The Frog Prince, with his surprisingly deep and resonant voice, would sing along, his ribbons forming a joyful rhythm. They told each other funny stories and jokes until they were both breathless with laughter, their giggles seeming to soak into the very soil. They raced each other from one end of the garden to the other, their lighthearted energy infusing the air. They celebrated every small wonder, every new blossom, every sunny day with pure, unadulterated joy. Slowly but surely, their efforts began to work. With every song, every laugh, every shared moment of happiness, the garden responded. The flowers started to glow again, this time brighter and more vibrant than ever before. The fountains burst forth with renewed energy, their sparkling water creating the most brilliant rainbows Lila had ever seen. The trees began to whisper again, their voices clear and strong, telling stories of gratitude and happiness. The entire garden seemed to pulse with a renewed and powerful magical energy, a testament to the strength of their friendship. One evening, as the sun set, casting a golden glow over the revitalized garden, they sat together by the main fountain. A brilliant light suddenly enveloped the Frog Prince. Lila watched in awe as the light grew, and when it faded, a handsome young prince stood in the frog's place. He smiled at Lila, his eyes full of warmth and gratitude. "Princess Lila," he said, his voice now rich and human. "Your kindness, your laughter, your unwavering friendship, you have broken the spell." Lila's eyes filled with happy tears. She was overjoyed for her friend, but a small part of her felt a pang of sadness at losing her little green companion. The prince seemed to read her thoughts. He took her hand gently. "Thank you," he said, his voice sincere. "You saved me, and even though I am a prince again, you will always have a place in my heart, and I hope I will always have a place in your secret garden." Lila smiled, her heart soaring with happiness. "Always," she promised. And so, the prince and Princess Lila continued to share their secret garden, their extraordinary friendship making it the most magical place in the entire kingdom. A place where joy, magic, and true friendship would live and bloom forever. Thank you so much for joining us on this magical journey today. We hope this story brought a little bit of enchantment to your day. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment with your favorite part, and subscribe to our channel for more wonderful stories. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an adventure with us. Until next time, may you find magic in your own secret gardens. Bye for now.